the game can see the boxing voice.
Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go live. Peace.
ThaBoxingvoice.com, live here with Ken Porter. Ken, what's going on? How are you?
Everything's good, man. Everything's good. Getting closer to fight night.
I don't want to bore you with cliches and ask how's Shawn doing.
Yeah, man. Don't come up with, be creative. Come up with something different. I told a dude this morning. Come on, I'm going to need something different.
The only way I can get creative is building off of your imagination. So we had a conversation about a day, 2 days ago. You said that this day and age, fighters on your son's level probably fight 2 times a year. That's more common. So
now it's looking like once a year. It has been, yeah. This two for us was, we hadn't gotten 2 in a while.
Now, being as though it's only 2, how do you want your 2018 to look? I know Shawn already said he's not going to be like the rest and overlook Granados. But as fight fans, we could only look to the future. It's your guys' job not to think
yeah, right.
ahead.
How do you spell Geizes?
I don't know. I guess drop the Y, add an IES.
It's, Anyway, I've heard it, and I've always wondered. But anyway, no, we cannot look past the opponent on Saturday night, so we will not look past the opponent on Saturday night. We did everything we were supposed to do leading up to this point to make sure that he didn't look past Saturday night, look past the guy he's fighting. The preparation was tremendous, and we're happy with everything we're doing right now.
First quarter?
Yeah.
Who would you like it to be first quarter?
We love it to be Keith Thurman, and I don't think it's going to be Keith. So, we're going to probably bide our time right there, and hopefully once he gets his tune-up out of the way, then he'll be ready for us.
Oh, so that's why you say 1 time a year, because since Keith will be busy getting a tune-up, no sense in you guys fighting, or would you take another fight?
No, what I'm saying is we're not going to take another fight when we're ready to fight him now. So we end right here, and maybe he fights in, I don't know, hopefully
March,
like
you saying March.
February, March. Then that next fight should be Shawn.
Okay. Do you think that there's anyone in the runnings ahead of Shawn? I know a couple of days ago.
There shouldn't be anyone in runnings ahead of Shawn. We fought for a mandatory to fight Keith Thurman. We won that mandatory, so there shouldn't be anyone ahead. And if they decide that they want to do something like that, then they have to deal with the repercussions of some phone calls that they're not going to want to hear. So do the right thing.
As far as you know, Danny didn't have a rematch clause on his WBC?
As far as I know, it doesn't matter to me if he had a rematch clause on his WBC. He don't want nothing to do with us. He has absolutely nothing to say about taking a fight with us. He should be the main event Saturday night here against Shawn. But since he didn't want to do that, then don't try to think, you can. But I don't even think he wants to fight Keith again. So, he didn't do nothing against Keith. He couldn't get to Keith. He couldn't do anything. Maybe he thought in his mind he did. But, both guys stunk up the joint that night. Let's keep it real. They were getting booed by the 4th or 5th round. They stuck up the joint. The only good fight out of that is you put both of them with Shawn. So we want to fight both guys, but, we're the mandatory to fight Keith. So we're going to let Keith get his tune-up out of the way, and then we'll be standing right there at the tune-up, wherever that's set, to say, hey, we here, let's get this done. Let's get this done.
Shawn, do you think some of the things that happen in your career are just bad circumstances? It feels like you're the champion that the fight fans want and deserve, but we don't really get to have you as that, like the A-side champion, right? Because you are the guy that wants to fight everyone. Yeah. Other people, like, oh yeah, I'll fight him, but I got a mandatory, or oh, I'll fight him if things are right, or I'll fight him if the check is right, send the check, send the but Shawn is always wants to fight whoever, no matter what.
Shawn Porter is always doing the best that he can. Whether that's trying to make a fight happen or getting ready for a fight. So the circumstances, the things that have come on or not happened in my career, I can't control them. Stick by my dad's side, listen to him, and do the best that I can. Simple as that. I think everybody just appreciates what I do, and heck yeah, I would love for y'all to see more of me, and obviously more of me against the best competition. So I'm doing the best I can to make that happen.
You making it a point to say that you're not going to overlook Granados, is that to say that you're trying to have a more spectacular performance than normal, or because the stigma is this is a tune-up in some people's eyes, you want to make it look better than that?
No, I think for me it was just a matter of me not overlooking this kid, not thinking that this kid is a pushover and I'm gonna go in there and knock him out. I know what he's capable of. I know he can take a punch. I know he can go down. I want to look spectacular, like I always do in all of my fights, and I want to knock him out. What I want to do.
Have you guys faced off yet? Have you been able to see how tall he is? I feel like he's tall. What about you? You think he's tall for the division?
From what I've seen,
We would love to fight a tall guy.
From what I've seen in
Our problem's fighting small guys. It's not fighting tall guys.
From what I've
Demetrius
seen,
Andrade was tall. Rodriguez was tall. Jacobs was tall. The guy over in the Pan Ams in Venezuela was 6'6". We love tall guys. We don't have a problem with a tall. A guy that's 5'9" is not tall. He's small. I just shook the guy's hand. He's shorter than me. So I'm not tall. This is not a problem. Okay? It's not a problem. We need guys to step up and take the fights. This guy was willing to step up and take the fight. The other guys were not willing to step up and take the fight. We made phone calls, but it wouldn't happen. So I think in 2018, all of those guys need to fight each other, and we need to see what happens when the dust clears, who's the last man standing.
You're saying these guys need to fight each other. Most recently, about 24 hours ago, Bob Arum said that he's looking to match Terrance Crawford with the, and I quote, Al Heyman guys. He used Danny Garcia's name. He said that Keith Thurman is an easy fight for Terrance Crawford. Terrance Crawford beats Thurman easy. The super fight is not with your son, but instead it's with Errol Spence. Do you even think that world exists, that Terrance Crawford will get to face Al Heyman guys? Again, using air quotes.
I don't know. I don't know if it'll happen, but, Shawn Porter, Terrance Crawford, Errol Spence, Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, all those guys need to fight each other. It's just the way it is. If Terrence is coming to 147, the door is there. Welcome. Come on in. He's a great fighter. He's been great. He continue to be great, I'm sure, at 147. But in order to continue, he's got to fight the best guys. Can't just fight the guys that Bob's got. So, yes, I welcome him to come on over and fight our side, and these guys fight each other.
He strikes me as a Shawn Porter type of guy. Like one that doesn't shy away from a challenge. Obviously, on his social media, he said he undisputed 147, and he had every intention of doing that at 140, and he had every intention of doing that at 47. I guess timeline played out for him is the winner of Gary Cochran versus Jeff Horn. He was made the automatic mandatory due to being the champion at the WBO at 140. Your thoughts on him getting an automatic shot?
That's great for him. I'm happy for him. I've always been a Terrance Crawford fan. And I'm looking forward to what he does when he gets in there with those guys. But those aren't the guys, those aren't the big dogs in the division. Once he takes care of that, and that's the route he should go. If that's what they set up for him, he should go that route. Once he takes care of that, I'm sure he won't have any trouble taking fights against the better, the bigger names. But it's the politics of it, if we can put things together with the different promotional companies to make it happen. But, I'm sure he'll be ready to fight him.
Beginning of next year, Crawford doesn't want to wait. He doesn't want to wait for a WBO winner with Cochran and Horn. He wants Porter. Would you take that fight?
He's not calling for Porter.
Would you call him out?
He's not. No, we're not calling him out. We're calling the guy we're set to fight. There's absolutely
you're the mandatory. The
guy that hit us in the parking lot. The guy that we got into the fight with at the playground. The guy we got into the fight with at the playground is the same dude we want to fight again.
But wait,
that shit ain't over. We got to do that again.
But wait. When Danny was 140 with all the belts, he vacated, moved up. You guys wanted Danny.
Yes,
so
because Danny said Shawn Porter is tailor-made for me. That was what he said.
Say that. He did say
and
that.
we can't get him or his daddy to take the fight. Neither one of them together don't want nothing to do with this shit. They don't want nothing to do with him. They don't want nothing to do with me. Okay? But that's what's going on right now. You know? So I seen Keith a couple weeks ago at the Charlo fight. Said hello to Keith. We good. Everything's good. I'm going to say hello to all these guys. Everything is good, but we need to do these fights. But we got business to take care of. Unfinished business with Keith Thurman. There's absolutely no reason for us to be going anywhere else until we take care of that business.
For any other fighter, should Terrance Crawford be considered as a big enough, high-profile fight the way that Danny was considered when he was moving up from 40 to 47?
He's bigger than Danny.
He is.
To me.
Because he's on pound for pound.
Yeah. And he's unified, and he's a great fighter. You know what I mean? He's the real deal. So eventually, when that time comes, him and Shawn gonna fight.
What does he have to do for that time to be right for you and Shawn?
We got just, it's things that we need to do for ourselves, and he's not on our radar. He's just not. You know what I mean? We want to get the guy that we fought already, who's now beaten Danny Garcia and taking his belt. Well, if we get that opportunity, we coming for 2 belts that night.
And your final thoughts on Bob saying that Thurman can't beat Terrance?
You know what? The only guy that can settle that is the 2 guys that are getting in the ring. So I'm sure, as Bob being his promoter, he thinks his guy is the best guy. And I'm sure that, on the other side, Thurman's people think he's the best guy. Make the fight. Make it happen. But don't make it happen before Shawn and Thurman fight.
All right. Well, Ken, thank you as always.
Thank you, brother.
All right.
Game, 'cause see the boxing voice.